PGA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the home of the Ryder Cup in 2021, Whistling Straits, it's live first-round coverage of the Kohler Open. We've got a full field ready to get rolling on this Thursday as we get a look at the early leaderboard. Aaron Wise is your leader. He's off to a good start at 6 under. Echoing the design of the famous seaside links of the UK and Ireland, we begin our round at Whistling Straits with a 493-yard par 4 first. Well, the majors are all complete for the year. It is time to turn our attention to the big prize remaining. That, of course, the FedEx Cup. We're getting into the home stretch now. We will be at Scottsdale next week, Boston the week after that, and then it all gets started. Round 1 in Memphis, just 4 weeks from today. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Hi Rich, it's great to be here. We are in for an adventurous ride today, the backdrop of blue Lake Michigan. But finding the short grass, the fairway, one of the hardest things to do around here, so we're off to a promising start.
A little long as we can see and a little to the right, but still makeable if you hit a good one.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Safely in. It's a par here at the first, and he'll stay at even par. Frank, here at Whistling Straits, bold is beautiful, and this second hole is certainly bold.
That it is. Bold, and if you can hit a long one down the left side, they'll open up a good view to this green. But believe me, if you miss left or right, well, you're going to find the sand.
And this one gonna settle into the bunker off the tee. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And we're over on the left-hand side in one of the biggest bunkers you'll find at Whistling Straits, so don't feel too bad about finding it. The lip, however, not too high, so it means we've got a good crack at advancing it down there.
That is straight into the thick stuff. Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. 11 feet away. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. Now to the first par 3 on this golf course. It's the third, about 188 yards.
Yeah, big green with lots of undulations, and it moves the ball from that right side towards the left, towards Lake Michigan. But club selection, important here.
Okay, that's safe, but he'll be putting from the other side of the green. So now this for birdie down the hill, and it's going to pick up speed as it goes. He might like this one. He might really like it. Oh my, he gave it a good go, didn't he? Just inches short of going in. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Back here at Whistling Straits, we're on the fourth tee. It's a par 4, and it's a good one, Frank. 494 yards.
Very intimidating to the eye there. It sort of makes you hit it down the left side, but that's where you've got to be careful. Because if you hit it down the left, it's going to kick further left and cause a lot of problems.
Oh, that is way right. That ball went straight down into the heavy rough. This is going to be very difficult to get to the green. It's his second from a terrible lie. Frank, it wasn't the sexiest shot, but it was an important one. How was he able to extricate himself from that heavy rough with a middle iron?
I don't know, Rich. Maybe we've got a new contestant for Mr. Universe, because it takes some muscle to get it out of that thick stuff, especially when you don't have that much loft. A 5-iron, that's a dodgy call. Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
Well, here we are at the 603-yard par 5 fifth. This is the hole that Bryson DeChambeau made famous at the Ryder Cup with that 417-yard drive. Bryson DeChambeau with a flip wedge in. That was a game changer for Bryson. Maybe it can be for you too. And that, a good-looking shot there. Well placed in the fairway. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
And it's a smart play to take it down the left-hand side here at the 5th hole, and most likely we're looking at 3 shots from here on in.
Got it there, but not quite on target. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he'll remain at 1 under par. Frank, how do you like this par 4 6th hole? A little more than 400 yards.
Really, you try not to overthink this one. Just find some fairway down there around the 280, 300-yard mark, and then relatively simple second shot in here.
This one started up the right side.
That's a pretty good break there to finish up in the first cut. With that ball sitting up fairly well, a lot more options available. A little long, as we can see, and a little to the right, but still makeable if you hit a good one.
Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. It's a beautiful hole, isn't it? You got a great view of Lake Michigan. It's 221 yards. You can only gaze at that water for so long, then you have to get back to the task at hand, and it is a tough one. Yeah, he was wanting that one to bite, but that was destined to be long all the way. Second shot now, here at the par 3. This from 7 feet. Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And he'll stay at 2 under. This one have enough going on for you? 506 yards, and it's a par 4 this 8th hole. Count them. There are more than 100 bunkers on this hole. So what you need to do is favor the left side, because if you don't, there is that steep drop-off right into Lake Michigan, all those dunes, all those bunkers on the right. Focus. Focus. Frank, when we stop staring at Lake Michigan in the background, what should we be focusing on this shot?
Well, somehow you've got to thread a long iron in between the bunkers on the left and the bunkers on the right onto a very, very narrow green.
Just stellar iron play there. The game becomes easy when you're putting for birdie from that close. Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. And he'll move to 3 under par, just 3 back. Headed to the clubhouse now for a hot dog and a soda at the turn. But first, a little bit of business here with this par 4 ninth.
And this is going to take a straight tee shot. Trouble on both sides of this fairway. Also, be very, very aware of the shape of this fairway. It's downhill and slopes left to right.
Well, look out. That is way right. Ooh, and that went straight down. That's going to be tough from there. So a second shot coming, Iona, from the heavy rough.
Well, there aren't many trees that will interfere with your second shot here on Whistling Straits, but unfortunately we found some over on the right-hand side at 9. It's a tough finishing hole to this front portion of the course. Let's see what we can do here.
And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
Okay, good putt there for his par here at the 9th. And that's going to be a 3 under 33 on this front side. So we begin this backside with the par 4 10th. It's 391 yards. This one's all about positioning. You want to try to keep it down the left side of the fairway because there's that deep bunker on the right. That's a 240-yard carry. That's a pretty good poke. And it would appear that that ball is into the bunker. Hoping just to get this on somehow, his second.
That's a pretty good shot. It actually deserved a better result. Just comes off the front of the green.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And he'll stay at -3. This is a brute of a par 5. It's the longest by far at Whistling Straits. 645 yards, the 11th hole. Hit a good drive, and you'll have a chance to put your second on that plateau. You can see it down a ways. And then from there, you'll have a good look at your third and maybe a chance at birdie. Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. Going to take a big poke to get there, but a chance with his second to the par 5.
Oh, that second shot just ran out of fairway, but still, nice little pitch shot and a good chance to make 4 at par 5.
A very makeable 8-footer for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And he'll get it now to 4 under par. Just 2 shots off the lead. Now to the 12th, short little par 3.
Yeah, just a short iron in hand. You'd like to think it's a birdie opportunity. One of the biggest problems here, though, is putting. This green, anything other than flat.
Okay, just outside of 10 feet and a birdie chance here at number 12. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he'll move to within a shot of the lead at 5 under par. Frank, here at the 13th, it's pretty obvious where the trouble is.
Yeah, all right, that's for sure, plus Lake Michigan there if you go even further right. But at 402 yards, don't have to hit driver down here. Even a 3-wood and a wedge would get you home here. So remember, fairway first, then set up the scoring chance.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. 93 yards is the number as he sets for his second.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
Chance now for another birdie. Just going to sneak on by. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll stay at 5 under. Now the par 4 14th, and Frank, this is not about brute strength, is it?
A bit of a head scratcher here. When you first look at it, you think you just pull out the driver. But it narrows up in the driving area. So really it's a layup off the tee. Just a short iron in from there.
Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway.
Inexcusable.
Dropping like dominoes out here. 6 under par. Another birdie. The 15th now, and a 503-yard par 4 here at Whistling Straits.
Well, it's certainly beautiful to look at, but tough to play. Bunkered once again left and right, but it's a hole that you have to hit a driver down here, just purely because of the length of the hole.
And that, not what you're hoping for, especially after the birdie a minute ago, as this is into the bunker.
It was a long fairway bunker shot, and when you look at the result, that certainly is better than most.
That's going to scoot a foot or two by. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll remain at 6 under par. Onward now to the shortest par 5 at Whistling Straits, the 16th at 568 yards. It's reachable into, but there are plenty of dunes and bunkers that can steal your glory. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5. That one had to feel good.
It struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Just a beautiful touch from way across the other side of town. Well played there. A birdie here at 16. And he's going to claim the top spot on the leaderboard here with 2 holes to go here in round 1. Here we are at the 249-yard 17th. It is one of the best par 3s in golf. Remember what Jordan Spieth did at the Ryder Cup? That incredible shot from on the bank left, sent it way up into the air, and then he went straight down, almost into Lake Michigan. All you want. And that one needed to put on the brakes, but could not, and this will wind up over the green. He's been good all day around the greens. This is second. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And this will remain a one-shot advantage. Unquestionably, the best finishing holes in golf require your best shots. You want to win the championship, you need to deliver down the stretch. 520 yards, par 4 18th here at Whistling Straits. You can come in with a shorter iron if you take the aggressive line off the tee, but that's a 270-yard carry over the dunes and bunkers. If you want to play it safe, you go down the right side. That's going to leave you a longer shot in. You make 4 here, you will have earned it. You make 3, you will have likely won it all. That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par. A final look at the leaderboard shows our featured golfer on top by a shot. So, some good playing here in round number 1, Frank.
It certainly is, Rich, but there's a long way to go. It's just a sliver of a lead.
Till next EA Sports, and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Whistling Straits Golf Course on the shores of Lake Michigan, live second-round coverage of the Kohler Open. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. We're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. Included among them is our featured golfer, who will be following intently throughout the round. Yeah, that's a beauty there to get this second round underway. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yes, hello Rich. What a treat we're in for today. The backdrop of Lake Michigan and over 1,000 bunkers. Some reports say 1,012, so finding the fairway essential around this track, and we're off to a solid start.
Just a beautiful approach shot. Oh, yes, that's the way to start the day. It is a birdie here at the opening hole. And with it, he'll take over the top spot on the leaderboard here on this Friday. Ready to tee off at this magnificent second hole. Frank, all I see are bunkers and water.
Well, that's pretty much what everybody else is going to see as well. Ideally, hit it down the left, though, and then you don't have a blind second shot. Even though you can be on the fairway on the right side, well, you won't see the green.
That one going to be in great shape. So following the birdie at 1, a solid drive here at the second. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And you really could not have placed this ball any better. Down the left half of this fairway, opening up that green beautifully to give this a crack in two.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
This will slide a bit right. It's for birdie. Yes, can't ask for a better start to a round than this. It is back-to-back birdies at 1 and 2. And he's got it to 2 under for the round, 9 under now for the tournament. Well, here we are at the 188-yard par 3 third, and we'll say this a lot. This is vintage Pete Dye. It's all about the visual intimidation. You start to look around, you become terrified because there's Lake Michigan on the left, deep bunkers and dunes on the left, so obviously you want to favor that right side of that enormous green. That's a fun tee shot to hit right there. You know the wind is at your back. You tee it high and just let it go. Get it up there in the jet stream, and that's just what he did. He's going to love that. Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. And he's into double figures now at 10 under par. So off the par 3 third, now a beefy par 4, Frank.
And it's called glory. Now make 4 here, give yourself a self 5.
And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee. Okay, so good work there to get this back out into the short grass.
And really, this is not a bad spot to be, just a little short of the green. Certainly not out of the question to get away with a par.
That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And this will stay a one-shot lead. Start to make our way inland now at the par 5 fifth. It is a shade more than 600 yards. All you want, you're going to need plenty of firepower to get home into, that's for sure. Water left, water right. You want to stay down that left side of the fairway. You'd be happy to walk away with a 5 here. And just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And it's a smart play to take it down the left-hand side here at the 5th hole, and most likely we're looking at 3 shots from here on in.
That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5.
Two good shots on this par 5. Leaves that simple little chip, and that was beautifully played.
Nicely played. It's a birdie at the 5th. And he'll move to 11 under par. On to the 6th now. Not overly long at 409 yards. You can see by the flyover, bunkers are seemingly everywhere. It might sound like a bit of a broken record, but finding the fairway here is crucial, as it should set up just a wedge in for the downhill approach.
This round's been a clinic so far, and that's another great drive and another good opportunity to make another birdie.
Iona, a second coming up.
Yeah, and this 6th hole is the shortest on the front 9, known as Gremlin's Ear. That's because of the unique shape of this green. Thankfully, the pin today is in the front portion. Definitely more accessible, but beware of those bunkers short right.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Oh, needed just a little bit of a turn, but that will somehow stay right on the edge. Safely in for par here at the 6th, and he'll stay at 11 under par. Heading now to the picturesque par 3-7, 221 yards along Lake Michigan. Long green, making club selection absolutely crucial, and putting a challenge. Okay, not taking any chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green. Now this for birdie.
Yeah, and over a putt like this, you've really got to trust the fact you've banked the practice, you trust the process, and certainly trust the line.
Nope. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And the lead's going to remain 2. Onward to the 506-yard par 4-8 with over 100 bunkers. The 8th testing every golfer's nerves. Imperative to favor the left side to avoid a severe drop-off to Lake Michigan, and dunes and bunkers on the right. He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. From a bit of a downslope here, his second to the par 4. And how about that for a nice approach from way out? That one finds the green with a birdie putt on tap. Oh, how about it? A beauty there. It is in for a birdie, and he gets it to 12 under par. We finish up the front side here at Whistling Straits with the 442-yard par 4 9th. Fairway tends to funnel the tee shot toward the middle, but if you're too far to the right, a large tree about 100 yards short of the green could block your approach. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Frank, what are you thinking about on this approach here at the 9th?
It plays a little downhill, so it's going to play a little shorter than its distance. Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
He ran in a long one a moment ago. This equally long for another birdie. No, didn't get that out there far enough, and it winds up sliding by to the right. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th, and that will be a 31 on the front side, 5 under par. Starting off the backside with a 391-yard par 4 10th. Best to try and hug the left side of the fairway. You have to avoid the deep bunker on the right, which demands a 240-yard carry. And that ball definitely slowed up a bit. It'll wind up coming down in the heavy rough. He's got a clear path to the green, but this definitely not where you want to be for your second. Boy, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
Well, Frank, the 11th here at Whistling Straits is a monster par 5. They call it sandbox, but it is not exactly child's play, is it?
No, I can't actually count the number of bunkers on this hole. Plus, it's a dogleg to the right. 645 yards. I don't care whichever way you cut it down. That's going to be 3 good shots. Forces you to hit driver off this tee.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball.
Par 5s too. The other ones you really want to make birdie on, but this second shot, that's gone into that bunker. It's an awkward third.
Nah, coming out of the bunker, just couldn't get enough club head on the ball and comes up well short.
A nice shot and a good chance for a par. The statistics on the PGA Tour show that from 8 feet, you make 50% of your putts.
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he's going to stay 2 clear of the field. Back to the action here at the 12th. It is a par 3, and Frank, a little bit of a breather, at least in terms of yardage.
Well, that's about it, because this green is one of the most undulating on the golf course. I doubt there's a flat spot on this green.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
As tough a bunker shot coming here as you will find. This is going to have to go straight up. So after escaping the bunker, this a third try at getting on this par 3.
This from about 10 feet.
Yeah, that's well done, though it is for bogey here at the par 3, and he'll fall back down to 11 under.
Frank, here at the 13th, a lot can happen. Just a gentle dogleg to the right, or at least the hole moves to the right, plus the slope of the fairway, so you've got to aim left of center.
Maybe some frustrations taken out there after that last hole. That was a big swing, and it is going to be a big result. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
107 to the hole, coming off a bogey on the previous hole. Got to get it back here.
A little further right. Close.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Okay, safely in for his par. And he'll stay right where he is.
Now to the par 4 14th. It is a dogleg left, about 396 yards. Yeah, it really narrows up around that 300-yard mark. So this is another hole, really, where you don't need a driver. But somehow you've got to get that ball in the fairway. Remember, 250 yards only leaves 145 in. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. Got it there, but not quite on target. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is.
Ready to go here at the 15th tee, and by the looks of it, Frank, we should have brought the swimsuits and some sunscreen. It's very picturesque, that's for sure, but don't get fooled by its beauty. This is an absolute beast at 503 yards and sets up a very, very tough finish to Whistling Straits.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Second shot now, and has to be careful because that breeze can be tricky at his back. You don't want to overclub.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that, that lead is going to increase.
And that one finished off. It's a birdie here at 15. And that is going to push him into the lead here on this Friday. Now the run to the finish beginning here at the 16th, Frank.
And there's certainly a chance for 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, you name it down here. But it's all going to start with one thing, and that's a good drive.
looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5.
Normally they stick a tee in one end and a flag in the other. You're advanced the way. But that second shot on this par 5, that completely took the green out of play. Airmailed. That is a big mistake.
Now this for another birdie. This round finishing strong. Back-to-back birdies now at 15 and 16. And he's now the leader by 4 here on this Friday. Here we are at the 249-yard 17th. What a hole. One of the most intimidating Pete Dye par 3 anywhere in the world. Most players will play it safe to the right side of the green because the left, it has that 20-foot drop down to the sand dunes and Lake Michigan beyond. Oh, that's not going to be good. Got to be focused on keeping the club moving here. A second to the par 3. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll maintain that 4-shot lead. The final hole, the 18th, and the clubhouse in the distance. Frank, it's looking like home sweet home, isn't it?
Well, if you can hit the fairway here, that's one thing, but it still leaves an enormously long second shot.
That's up in the wind, maybe drifting a little left.
That's a tough breeze to allow from, coming from the right. Did an excellent job of adjusting for that breeze, and tee shot finishes up in the fairway.
So now this, right around 25 feet for birdie. Nearly had it. Just going to wander a foot or so by. Okay, so that will wind up a par at the last. And this is a second straight super round. This one, a 66. So another look at the leaderboard, and you'll almost do a double take, Frank. Our featured golfer with a commanding lead through 36 holes.
So far, it's just been just a clinic again. I know I use that word a lot, Rich, but
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the eastern shores of Wisconsin and Whistling Straits, it's live third-round coverage of the Kohler Open. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's got a commanding 5-shot lead here as he has been spectacular thus far.
Another great tee shot. That stayed in the air a long time. Just a short wedge left. That's sort of in between yardage. A little further right, a little further up. That would have been close.
This is a 13-footer.
Oh, how good a read is that? It is a birdie at the opening hole. And that'll put him at 1 under for his round and 14 under for the tournament. We move on to the 597-yard second, the shorter of the two par fives on the front. Gentle dogleg left. If you go for the green in 2, beware of a deep pot bunker 35 yards short of the putting surface. Well, that one misses the fairway, but Frank, not too bad, so a chance still to get out of the gates birdie.
Yeah, golf's not a game of perfect. I'm curious on how this second shot's going to be hit, though.
Good shot right there, and it just hangs on that back portion of the green. On board into par 5, still a good chance to get out of here with a birdie. He gave that a pretty good run. A little short, but that's not bad. Shouldn't be much in this for birdie. Okay, no problems there. Finishing off a birdie at number 2. And he moves to 15 under. Now the stunning 188-yard par 3 third here at Whistling Straits.
Yeah, the green angles to left. You have to be careful because it's well protected by those huge bunkers and dunes on the left.
Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. That's going to leak out to the right and trickle away. Not the right read there. That one in for a bogey here at the third. And fortunately, with a big lead already, very little damage done. Well, here we are at the par 4 fourth. It's a shade under 500 yards, and it is the hardest hole on the golf course. Why? Well, Pete Dye's playing mind games. Yet again, he's trying to get you to hit those mounds on the right side. You do, and what happens is, so many tee shots go toward those left bunkers and the dunes that fall dangerously toward Lake Michigan. Again, mind games from the mastermind, Pete Dye.
After that bogey at the last and finding the rough here, it's going to be time to have a little tap on the cranium and get things in the right place.
Okay, not the intended plan there, as this ball is going to wind up a foot or two off the green. Okay, that's a good putt. It is in to save par. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Now the fifth hole, and Frank, what a par 5.
Well, strategic par 5. It's almost the shape of an S. That's why it's called snake. The best and most conservative way to play this hole is just simply play it as a 3-shotter. Tee shot down the left, second shot up there, and then just take the wedge in.
Is starting up the right side. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And it's a smart play to take it down the left-hand side here at the fifth hole, and most likely we're looking at 3 shots from here on in.
Oh, that is right, and that may be gone. And that ball not wanting to cooperate, and it is into the hazard. So now, with the drop taken, this is going to be his 4th shot into this par 5. So now, following the drop, this will become the 6th shot coming up. Okay, no problem with that one. Set to go now at the 6th. It's a pretty short par 4.
Yeah, slight dogleg to the right, but you can play it straight away. There's a series of bunkers down that left side, and then they really choke the fairway at about 320 yards.
Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony, and a great result in the fairway. From the fairway, Iona, this is 2nd.
Yeah, and this 6th hole is the shortest on the front 9, known as Gremlin's Ear. That's because of the unique shape of this green. Thankfully, the pin today is in the front portion. Definitely more accessible, but beware of those bunkers short right.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
That one just going to sneak on by. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par, and he's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. On the 7th tee now, and a tricky 221-yard par 3.
If you have a look at the way in which Pete Dye has designed this hole, you can see that the green shapes away to the right. So if you can bring the ball in from the left, it's certainly desirable.
Okay, you can see what he was trying to do right there. Maneuver that ball left to right. Just overcooked it a little bit. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Not quite online, and that'll drift a couple feet by. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And that's going to tighten things up a little as the lead is down to 2. This one have enough going on for you? 506 yards, and it's a par 4, this 8th hole. Count them. There are more than 100 bunkers on this hole. So what you need to do is favor the left side, because if you don't, there is that steep drop-off right into Lake Michigan, all those dunes, all those bunkers on the right. Focus. Focus. And that will do just fine. Frank, when we stop staring at Lake Michigan in the background, what should we be focusing on this shot?
Well, somehow you've got to thread a long iron between the bunkers on the left and the bunkers on the right onto a very, very narrow green.
Oh, you like to see that, folks, working that spin a bit. Now on the dance floor, looking for a birdie. Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. And he'll move to 13 under par for the tournament. Finishing up this front 9, Frank, with a better than 440-yard par 4.
Bunkers left and bunkers right. The goal here is to hit it down the left side of the fairway. Otherwise, you might be blocked out by some of those trees that are just short of the green.
Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
He's looking at 106 yards to the front, 118 to the hole. Pin is in the left back portion of the green.
Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And he'll go out in 36. It's an even par front side. So we begin this backside with the par 4 10th. It's 391 yards. This one's all about positioning. You want to try to keep it down the left side of the fairway because there's that deep bunker on the right. That's a 240-yard carry. That's a pretty good poke.
Now, it's in the first cut. There's always a little bit more grass around the ball that has to be factored in.
So no real problems here with the lie. It's his second from that first cut. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short. The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Oh, and a shot in the arm there to start the second 9. That's in for par here at 10. It'll hold tight at minus 13. 645-yard par 5 11th. They call this hole the sandbox, and hopefully, Frank, you're not picking up the shovel here.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. If you're reaching this par 5 and 2, then you don't belong on this planet.
And now, problems there for our leader. That ball into the very thick stuff here off the tee.
Oh, so close to being good, that second shot. But now, the tricky bunker shot. Oh, I'd give that an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Been in a fairway bunker and safely on the green. You never know, might even sneak a birdie.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And this will stay a one-shot lead. Up next, it is the number 18 handicap hole, but don't be fooled. The 163-yard par 3 12 has the most challenging green at Whistling Straits. Did knock down the flagstick there, but he is hole high and he does have a reasonable chance at birdie. This now for birdie at 12.
And this is when you'd expect to make more often than not. Not too much undulation, maybe just a slight move to the right.
13th hole now, and by the looks of this one, Frank, if you were right off the tee, things could go horribly wrong.
Massive drop-offs and bunkers to the right. Doubtfully you'd ever get a good lie if you missed this fairway on the right. So, flip side, keep the ball down the left.
And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. A pretty ideal wedge distance here, 95 yards for his second. Way off the mark, misses the green to the right. I think I'd be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And the lead's going to remain 2. So here we are at the 14th, just a shade under 400 yards, par 4. You can see it's a dog leg left. You might be tempted to cut that corner, but you're asking for some trouble there. You can see there's an enormous fairway bunker, which could spell bogey. Instead of bombing it down there with driver, smart decision to just hit the 3-wood off the tee. Give yourself a good look with your second shot. A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot.
Well, no surprise. We've already seen some great iron shots this week, but that is another one.
Easy does it there. It's a birdie at 14. Will certainly help the cause. Now we arrive at the 503-yard par 4 15th, beginning of a 4-hole stretch, rivaling any 4-hole stretch in championship golf. Hang on tight. And some trouble here for our leader. That is into the bunker off the tee.
Very good shot out of the fairway bunker.
8 feet now for birdie. Now the putter on point late here in the round. Birdies at 14 and 15 to 16 under par. Well, you're licking your chops here at the 16th. It's only 568 yards this par 5. Clearly reachable in 2. But you can also let this hole get away from you because of all those dunes and bunkers. That can become a real headache if you're off target. Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Now, after the big drive, this a good distance here for a second to the par 5. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. That's a good eagle putt there. Beautifully weighted, and just a short one left for birdie. Well played there. A birdie here at 16. And he moves to 17 under par. The 17th now at Whistling Straits, and if you have a club that travels 250 yards on a good line, bust it out now.
That's what you're going to need, Dan, and you're going to need to hit that smack bang out of the middle of the club and leave nothing behind.
Boy, that one was coming in hot, and it winds up carrying over the back of the green. He's been good all day around the greens. This is second. Yeah, well done. That's in for par. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. We come now to one of the most celebrated finishing holes in all of golf. Whistling Straits, 520-yard par 4 18. An aggressive drive down the left side requiring a 270-yard carry over the sand dunes and bunkers. Safer to play it to the right. Gonna work this up that left-hand side. Now note his second from the fairway.
Well, he's looking at 138 yards to the front, 148 to the hole. Swinging it great today. Would not surprise me if he stuck it close.
Well, there's a good strike in there. Just a little left of the hole, but inside 10 feet. That's about 50-50 chance on the PGA Tour of making a birdie.
A good opportunity lost there. So a bit of a letdown here at 18, but it is a par. That will be a third straight round in the 60s. So what a tournament it has been to this point for our featured golfer. They've opened up a commanding lead here after EA Sports and the PGA Tour, so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Sheboygan, Wisconsin, it's live final round coverage of the Kohler Open. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Hi Rich, it's great to be here. We are in for an adventurous ride today, the backdrop of blue Lake Michigan. But finding the short grass, the fairway, one of the hardest things to do around here, so we're off to a promising start.
A touch long, a touch left. But still, how good can you putt?
10-foot putt left.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It's a birdie here at 1, and he's got it to -18. Frank, bold is beautiful here at Whistling Straits, and this second hole is for the bold, isn't it?
Well, even though it's just under 600 yards, it is reachable for the long hitters. Ideally, you want to hit it down the left side, because that way you can see the green. There is bunkers left, and there is bunkers right.
Oh, and that one nosedives right into the thick stuff. That could be problematic, to say the least.
Oh, this is an interesting spot. Left of the green on 2. Not really where you want to be. You can't see the bottom of the flag, let alone the top of it.
Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. That finished off for par here at the second. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. We come now to the first par 3 at Whistling Straits, 188-yard third. Best to favor the right side of this massive green to avoid Lake Michigan and those deep bunkers and dunes on the left. Okay, safely aboard. The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he moves to 19 under for the tournament. Frank, this is a big hole right here. The fourth, it is almost 500 yards, par 4.
And you can see the bunkers and the mounding down the right side. Believe it or not, that's actually where you should aim your tee shot and just let the contours move that ball towards the middle of the fairway.
That's the kind of swing you want to break down and study. Perfect tempo on the backswing, club head pointing to the target, and then just an explosion through impact. Very well done. Uses the spin there and holds the green, but a long way home for that birdie. Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And he's going to stay at 19 under par. Here at Whistling Straits, and they call this hole Snake. Frank, how do you avoid getting bitten by it?
Well, if you go left, there's water. If you go right, there's water. This hole is anything other than straight, so it suits its name. Somehow find the fairway. Best way to play this is treat it as a 3-shotter.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Iona a second coming up.
And it's a smart play to take it down the left-hand side here at the 5th hole, and most likely we're looking at 3 shots from here on in.
Had half the equation on that shot, the distance. Not quite the accuracy. Missed it. Hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and, well, let's see how good you can chip.
A 9-footer now for his birdie. Yes, a good read. It's a birdie here at 5. He gets it to 20 under par. We turn back northward here at the par 4 6th hole, measuring 409 yards. It is known as Gremlin's Ear, which is not particularly warm and inviting, and with good reason. Bunkers are everywhere. 2 of note to avoid. The large bunker right of the fairway, and then the Gremlin's Ear itself. The pot bunker at the elbow of the green. Solid, good drive in the fairway. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4.
Shot after shot. More evidence there with that beautiful touch.
Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. And he moves to 21 under par. Frank, there's a good reason they call this 7th hole shipwreck. It's 221 yards long, and there is plenty of trouble to the right.
Yeah, water, rocks, bunkers, all sorts of things. But really, when you look at the hole another way, it shapes up for a left to right shot.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that. Really, I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Yep, well done. That's in for par here at 7. And he's going to remain at minus 21. Onward to the 506-yard par 4-8 with over 100 bunkers. The 8th testing every golfer's nerves. Imperative to favor the left side to avoid a severe drop-off to Lake Michigan, and dunes and bunkers on the right. I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. That is just a beautiful shot. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
We're looking at 126 yards is the number to the front of the green, but 129 is the number to get it all the way to the flag. Pin, front right, it's a sneaky one.
Really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still, one good putt, maybe a birdie.
Nope. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Frank, how's the 9th hole here at Whistling Straits?
Not exactly the easiest way to finish the front 9, that's for sure. Slight bend to the right. Ideally, you want to hit it down that left side. Otherwise, you might be blocked out with that second shot. Oh, that's a great tee shot. I know it doesn't count as a fairway hit, but when you're that far down there, the first cut is absolutely fine. I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And that will be a 31 on the front side, 5 under par. Starting off the backside with a 391-yard par 4 10th. Best to try and hug the left side of the fairway. You have to avoid the deep bunker on the right, which demands a 240-yard carry. And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range.
Nobody's happy after that shot. Oh, I mean, that was one up from disastrous, really.
Okay, well done. A couple of birdies here sandwiched around the turn at 9 and 10. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. We're now at the 11th hole, and this is a huge par 5. 645 yards, Frank, that's a biggie.
And plus, this hole bends to the right, which sort of makes you think that you can hit it down the right side. But if you miss down the right, there's just a multitude of bunkers that'll swallow up that ball, and you're nearly guaranteed to make at least 6.
Ooh, and that is going to wind up missing the target by a good margin. And that will be no bargain in there.
About 99 yards to the hole.
A little long, as we can see, and a little to the right, but still makeable if you hit a good one.
Chance now for another birdie. Oh, how about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie. And this lead continues to widen. It is just a procession now, as the difference is 8 shots at the top of this leaderboard.
Frank, the previous hole we took out the sledgehammer. Now at the 12th, we'll need a scalpel, it looks like.
Yeah, at 163 yards, you wouldn't think it's very long. But really, the problem is the green. You can pitch the ball in the middle of this green and still it can kick over. So be very, very aware of the mounding and the undulations on this green.
Now a second to this par 3. This from 7 feet. No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And pars to the clubhouse will do nicely, as this remains a giant 8-stroke cushion. Just amazing what man can do, right? Make the earth look like the moon, make Wisconsin look like Ireland. That's what this 402-yard par 4 13th is all about. They call it cliffhanger, and you can see why. That green is hanging over the cliffs above Lake Michigan. Good luck here. Oh, this looks really good.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
That one finished off. It's in for par. And this lead, look at so comfortable at this point. It remains at 7. Moving down to the 14th, 396-yard par 4, dogleg left. Cutting the corner is a big risk due to a big fairway bunker.
Well, that one's finished in the first cut. It's going to be a little bit harder to spin it from there with a little bit of grass around the ball, but still not too bad. And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
Now this for another birdie.
And this has a little bit of uphill to it, working back to the right at the end.
That was low from the start. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And the lead will remain 6 here in the late going.
Frank, lots of sand and beach in view here at the 15th.
Yeah, this starts a tremendous 4-hole run to the clubhouse. And this is going to require your best tee shot. Maybe a little fade off the tee would keep it away from those bunkers on the left and set up that second shot.
that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
This is a 22-foot putt. Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. But fortunately, this one still well in hand.
Getting set to take on the finishing holes here at Whistling Straits. How do you close this out on the right foot, Frank?
Well, this is the shortest of the 4 par 5s at 568 yards. There's a big crop of bunkers down the right side. Just a driver off those is certainly going to make this par 5 reachable.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway.
Two shots around this green is always good. Now, for a little CVS, perhaps a third shot on this par 5, get one close, maybe make 4. Well, the second shot wasn't on target, but the third was a thing of beauty, especially out of the heavy rough. Now a good look at birdie.
Ah, that a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. And the lead is up to a full 6 shots on the rest of the field.
17th now, and if you have a club that goes 250 yards on a good line, bust it out right now.
And if anything, you want to aim it just ahead of the right. It pays to be a little cautious here because of that mound on the left. It goes down some 20 feet below the level of the green.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
Oh, no. Just appeared to be befuddled by the break there. That one finished off for bogey here at 17. But fortunately, this one still well in hand. Unquestionably, the best finishing holes in golf require your best shots. You want to win the championship, you need to deliver down the stretch. 520 yards, par 4 18th here at Whistling Straits. You can come in with a shorter iron if you take the aggressive line off the tee, but that's a 270-yard carry over the dunes and bunkers. If you want to play it safe, you go down the right side. That's going to leave you a longer shot in. You make 4 here, you will have earned it. You make 3, you will have likely won it all. Yes, step 1 out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it. Chance now for another birdie.
Yeah, Rich, this putt's got to be started out to the right-hand side. It will break back to the left, and you've got to be wary of that slope.
Yeah, he had a pretty good run at that, but it won't go down. Still pretty good from there. So he'll finish up there. It's a par here at 18. And that's going to make this a final round, 66. Whew, Frank, they were a freight train out here this week, running away with the title. That wasn't even a contest.
No, really, they're all playing for second, and we could see why, too. They just wouldn't put a foot wrong. It was a great performance.
So for Frank Nobilo, Notably Gay III, Iona Stephen, and a cast of hundreds, I'm Rich Lerner. You've been watching PGA Tour Golf on EA Sports.